All right. Nice lighters. There we go. How's everybody doing today? Oh man, I'm tired. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on today, but whatever. Still here, still chugging along. Camera's all out of whack. There you go. Here we go. Let me lower this. There we go. There we go. All right, cool. I can actually hear everything pretty balanced, right? Yeah. Cranked it up a little bit. Cool. All right. So, don't really have much when it comes to topics. Obviously, last week's stream was something that I had a whole lot of fun doing. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to talk to anybody this past week to kind of get on the stream as well. But regardless, the topics that I don't have a specific topic. I kind of just wanted to do just different things. I think I just spilled water. Oh, perfect. Cool, it all fit. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. But yeah, the glitter. Yeah, the couple things that have been going on at work that I've been addressing and fixing and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I haven't been productive at work all week because I keep on getting interrupted with stupid stuff. It's just, it happens. It's part of the field. So really can't complain about that. I could complain about it, but there's not much you can do about it. But a lot of the nuances of stuff that I've been working with or working on has been cleanup, or at least what it is. A lot of cleanup, a lot of catching up, and a lot of kind of following or creating a best practice has been like the thing that I have been working on. So there's been a lot of learning for sure, because doing best practices on things that we haven't really followed best practice can kind of be a little funky. Trying to improve on tech that we've been using for a few years is kind of hard because you've gotten so accustomed to the basics and kind of like the just kind of gotten used to where you're at and not being able to make real significant changes. It's kind of hard. Oh, I actually look really tired. Okay, it's gonna have to be like this. So guys, yeah, a lot of stuff in stream, and it looked like I've drank like 1,000 things of coffee. Oh, I needed that. So, kind of wanted to talk about things that I've actually got to do during this past week at home, like my home lab. I finally finished building Netbox. I also was able to build up a service called Uptime Kuma, which is actually pretty cool because now I can actually monitor my uptime on my servers, which obviously is like 100%. That's not snobby at all. But actually, it's something that I'm tinkering around with, so I can actually get more information. Because there's actually quite a few benefits from Uptime Kuma, not only just doing specific checks to see if the container's up or anything like that, but it really helps out with you can do a lot with this when it comes to notifications. So it's actually pretty nifty, pretty neat. Obviously, I've talked about Netbox. I actually might make like a small video series of Netbox and some of the benefits of having Netbox and stuff like that. And I thought I updated this. Obviously, I'm not going to show you Netbox because it has all my IP addresses and stuff and all my containers. And yeah, come on. We had cybersecurity on last week. I don't think that's something that cybersecurity will actually condone. But Uptime Kuma and Netbox have been something that I've been trying to figure out. I did discover, and I'm actually pretty surprised that there's not a lot of documentation about this, but you can actually nest Docker Compose files within one Docker Compose. That was very interesting. It's a little complicated. The concept's a little dirty, and there's not a lot of documentation on it. But yeah, you could do it. I couldn't get it to work in my case, and I think it was because I was like midnight at the time that I was doing this, and I couldn't wrap my head on it, so I just ended up creating two Docker Composes and creating a bridge between two Docker networks. But basically what I did was I have Netbox behind my proxy, and it's actually not even published, which is actually pretty nifty. So you know what I need to do? Yeah, I know what I need to do, because this hasn't updated, because the Netbox has actually no, I did do it. I did do the nesting of the Docker Compose, and it actually worked. Man, I don't remember that. cd Netbox. But yeah, you could do nested. Actually, I was able to do it. I don't remember that. Docker Compose pull. But yeah, I was able to actually pull in and create a nested Docker Compose using nested Compose files, and it worked. I completely forgot it worked. Because at my face, I'm very tired. So yeah, that was a discovery that I was like, what? You can now, that changes quite a few conversations, but also I discovered that you can also have like an override Docker Compose file that aggregates on top of an existing Docker Compose. It changes quite a few things, and it's actually a little like complicated, but it's very interesting. I'm very intrigued on what applications I can actually do with that. Oh, look at that. Netbox. Cool. All right, now I think it's up. Yeah, whatever. Probably the Docker file is not even up yet. That's fine. But yeah, slowly but surely, I am now creeping up to 42 containers. 41 containers. No, 42 containers. There you go. I guess one was still launching. Yeah, 42 Docker Compose. Sorry, 42 containers launched with Docker. Slowly but surely, this thing's gonna become a madness. I do have a I can't even speak. I do have some ideas of creating like a Docker swarm or Kubernetes farm. Hey JC, what's going on? Why is that so slanted to the side? Let me fix that. I do. El jefe. That. Oh, it's locked. That's why. Yeah, let me move that over because that is very, very weird. Ahora sí. Whoa, my Spanish. But yeah, I'm already going down the road of how can I load balance and swarm this so that it becomes highly available. And I don't have enough hardware to do this. But yeah, that's going to be something that whenever I get a chance to buying a server, hopefully next year, I can actually get to do, which is my biggest concern is I don't have storage. I only have 3 terabytes redundant. I have a backup, but I'm running out of space, and I don't have enough space to actually do the things that I want to accomplish, like having full like backups of all my computers, backups of my some of my files, backup from my phone, stuff like that. And I need to have something a bit more. I need just more storage. I need at least. I'm projecting to have maybe about 6 to 8 terabytes of storage that I'm gonna need. Oh, that would be awesome. I'm gonna wait though. I would appreciate it, but I'm gonna wait because I don't want to just slam drives for no reason. I need to get new hardware before I can go on it. The good thing is I still have some. How much space do I have left for the phone? That's memory usage. That's memory cache. Oh, this is the wrong one. I would export. Here we go. Storage disk. That's read, write, average. Storage file system. Here we go. I still have. Oh, I actually still have a terabyte. I'm not that bad. I thought it was worse. I did do a cleanup. That's right. I have a terabyte still. Actually, I still got some time, which is good. But yeah, what I'm looking to do is eventually having an actual like NAS or file share solution where I'm thinking about doing TrueNAS or TrueNAS Core. Or I might actually just build like a NAS solution using Linux, which is very janky. I don't know. I might get saucy. I don't know. But the concept that I'm looking for is being able to have an all-in-one solution, which TrueNAS actually does, and that's one of the benefits I was actually testing around. Keep on trying to sell me on Unraid. I think you're gonna be sold on TrueNAS later on. One of the benefits that I saw with TrueNAS, and this one I did with my testing, was it had a lot of the NAS solutions that I needed out of the box. Now, obviously, whenever I get my hardware, I'm gonna be doing a video on TrueNAS, Proxmox, Unraid. I'm trying to find this other service that was talked about. Was it? It was Unraid. It was another one. Okay, you know what? Unraid alternatives. Let's go down this road. There you go. Proxmox, Open Media Vault. Yeah, it's not something I'm gonna need. TrueNAS for sure. Hypervisor, something similar. Sigma-NAS. Never heard of that one. Stable. I've heard of StableBit. Rockstore. Never heard of that. EasyNet. I've heard about. more alternatives. Citrix Hypervisor, Petasan, ReadyNAS, FlexRate. Yeah, a lot of these don't sound familiar. So it looks like I'm going to be doing Proxmox, TrueNAS, and Unraid. Like a fight to the death type of deal. And obviously, I'm already becoming slightly biased of my testing with TrueNAS. I'm just hoping. I was hoping. Or I am still hoping that TrueNAS Scale adopts Docker Compose instead of just Kubernetes, because that's going to be my learning curve, is doing the TrueNAS Scale with Kubernetes. Zen project, that was another one I was looking at. Yeah, so I'm crossing my fingers that they start adopting Docker Compose instead of Kubernetes, because a lot of people have actually been requesting that. Let me see if I can find the community forum. They talk about having Docker. Let's see announcements. Let's see beta release notes. OpenVZ. We'll Google that. What's this first? Hold on. TrueNAS Scale Beta, redesign of the web UI. Okay, that's cool. I like the web UI, but if they're redesigning it to make it more info, I'm down for that. Cloud Sync, that's actually pretty. That's one thing I liked also. TrueNAS has out of the box S3 integration, which you can sync up. You can sync your backups to that to a third-party service without any additional like software. That is huge. I was like, I can back up to S3 and it won't cost me more than a few dollars a month. Apps improving actually store J to the official catalog. Stig hardening through limiting web. That's fine. Enclosure management. Improve clustering of the angelfish. And then additional bluefin. Application bulk upgrade action. Apps widget. FIPS. Cluster node API FIPS 140. Discount scalability. Replacing nodes high availability. Let me see. Do they have anything with Docker? Pi-hole Docker install. Docker spamming. Network configuration principles. Okay, there's a few things. Do they have anything? Jira migration. Oh, that was because they're moving over to Jira. Yeah, I saw there are actually I saw a I think I have it on my Amazon list. I have to see if I can find it. Hold on. I have it on my Amazon list. A 8 terabyte drive for like $80 or something like that. I have it here. Let me see if I can find it. List. Yeah, 8 terabytes for $89.99. It's an enterprise hard drive too. There we go. This is what I'm looking at. 8 terabyte hard drives right here. Boom. But I actually might start going something like that route. But again, I have to wait till I buy my server. SATA. SaaS is expensive. All right, let's take a look at that OpenVZ. Oh yeah. I guess actually here. There we go. I just put it in there. Huh. The core virtuoso. Oh, actually, I don't know if I actually have that in my affiliate link. Oh, I had to configure that. Oh man, let me see if I have that set up. Oh, I actually lost my Amazon affiliate. That's strange. I'm gonna have to redo this all over again. Oh man, I thought I had this set up. Oh well. Whatever. I'll set that up later. I'm gonna have to look into this. It doesn't look like there's a lot of documentation, but it looks pretty interesting. It's actually using Wiki. Wow. Yeah, I want to get. So this is what I'm looking at. Service. I don't think there's a lot of servers here. There was a couple of these servers actually I sent out. Yeah, they're out of stock. I would have liked to have something like this that I can just slap some additional 3.5-inch drives, but they're sold out. Hoping that they get restocked soon. But the other cool thing is that I could customize these servers. Dell VRTX. Oh yeah. This is what? How many drives? Rack mount, tower config, tower 5-year rack enclosure. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of plans that whenever I buy a house, I'm going full like ubiquity, full on Docker, obviously. Wow, I just blanked out. pfSense or OpenSense. I haven't decided which one I'm gonna do. I have pfSense right now, but I might be converting to OpenSense. I might have a couple of servers, maybe one Windows with Hyper-V and one for Docker. Obviously my full-blown networking stack with Ubiquiti, power over Ethernet, obviously Ubiquiti cameras. I'm gonna try to get as it's gonna stop. It's gonna cost so much money. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna suck. Let me see Docker. Docker Compose. I want to see if it has it. Oh yeah, that would be awesome as soon as I have the funds. Right now I have other priorities, for sure. So the only thing I don't like, and this is something that I wish XI Systems did, is actually instead of doing just exclusively Kubernetes, that they actually would integrate Docker Compose as another orchestrator for their containers, because Kubernetes is cool, but the learning curve is a little steep. And there is also another limitation where you can only use ports, I think it is 9,000 and up. Let me see, it's in here somewhere. Nest scale. Getting started. I did, you know what? I might still have that VM running. True nest scale. Yeah, I do actually. Let me start it up. I want to see. Containerization. It's not here. True nest scale. Actually, I just finished launching. I just getting the IP address. Of course. I just built it on my local machine with Hyper-V because it's just what I have available. And it's obviously easier for me to control, turn on and turn off. My server is like my production. I don't like to put anything on there unless I test it. Still, it's taking a little bit. Oh, that's right, because that's on a 5400 RPM hard drive. Come on. Okay, that's gonna take some time. Resources. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. It uses. Where's that? Here it is. Kubernetes. Come on. It's taking forever. Let's wait for this thing to come up. Of course, right? The moment I switch to it, it comes up. Waiting for the IP address. There it is. Let's switch back. And it's 143. Forgot my user in. Oh, it was root. There we go. Let me scale this out a little bit. Yeah. There we go. So this is the part where I started loving TrueNAS. Everything is segmented off pretty well. I can create my own store, I can create my own pool, create my own disks. Data protection, I can have my periodic snapshots, replication, and then cloud sync. This is the bread and butter. Where direction, pull, copy, and then destination. What was the destination that I can do? Replication task, here we go. Destination on a different system. There was an option I saw this for, forgot where it's at. Oh yeah. I tested this for one day and I was like, yeah, no, this is gonna be my end game later on. Obviously you can have virtualization. Building these things is super like cake. Um I'm trying to find where the off syncs are. The offloading. Where was it? Yeah, I gotta figure out. I don't remember where it was now, but I know that you can copy it to like a third party. Um, Backup credentials, cloud credentials. Amazon S3. Here we go. Amazon S3, Backblaze, Box, Dropbox, FTP, Google Cloud, Mega, Azure, OneDrive, OpenStack. Yeah, this opened up. When I saw this, I was like, yeah, Amazon S3 or Backblaze B2, because that's like what, $6 a terabyte a month. It's cake. I put my application keys in here, and I can just dump my stuff and copy it over, and I'm done. And I have a backup that runs on X whatever schedule I want. This is the other part is also you can do Samba, you can do NFS, which I'm eventually gonna have some Macs here in my house. I can actually just have this become my my time machine, which already has the option for that. And I was actually able to test that it worked, and then obviously the SMBs worked very, very well. You can integrate this into LDAP. Jesus, it took me a second to remember that. And then this is where I was like, okay, this needs to get better. I think I just need to get used to the mindset of the mentality of Kubernetes. It's just how it manages, because it just does things completely different. And the cool thing is that you can actually have all of these containers go to specific pools, which helps if you have multiple JBods or multiple RAIDs. You can actually split your data across depending on importance or speed, or if you have like SSDs and stuff like that. It's actually pretty useful. Oh, that's why. I gotta fix that. What else did I see? Something I wanted to play around with. What was it? It was there's some web dev, SMB, the ad path. Whatever. Service has been enabled, then obviously SMB is cake. I tested this. This worked very well. I just need to work on getting an LDAP service running. I might actually set up a Raspberry Pi to be my LDAP. As weird as that sounds, I don't know how to decide it. You can see server replications. Let's say they have like multiple NAS. You can actually start replicating these into clusters. That's where you want to actually use TrueNAS Core, because I believe TrueNAS Core has like much better clustering capabilities. The one thing I still need to figure out is how Plex handles the GPU on this, because I know that I can actually just go in here and not there, here. Plex. Like I can install Plex specific version. Yeah, Plex Pass. I need to set up that. Yep. missing something here. There it is, New York. Whatever. That's the port. I can set up host paths, transcode date. You set up GPU, advanced DNS. I can customize the DNS in here. Yeah, this part it treats it as pods and not Docker. I think it's using Podman actually, but it's useful. I think it's a great tool. I think this is the route that I'm going to be taking. Can't think of anything else. Wow, I am tired. If I can, yeah, there's actually quite a bit of updates to do. Where was the? I was looking at something. Catalog. Yeah, I've used this one, this one, this one, this one, and Home Assistant and StoreJ. I don't use StoreJ. What is StoreJ? Oh, share your extra storage, earn money. Okay. That's sort of like, my God, what was this service called? Oh yeah, Home Assistant Supervisor. You know what? Let me take a peek at it. Alright, my other VM. This doesn't run on Docker, does it? This doesn't do anything. This is not the Docker containment. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. password on this thing. There we go. I'm 45. And this is colon 9000. I have Nginx on this thing? Oh, I do. Why do I have service next status? I have Nginx running. Why? Isn't it 1990? There we go. Yep, 1990. Service. Come on. Yes, 1990. Okay, so Netbox. Okay, so there is technically not a very easy way to do it. You have to run like 3 okay, so Netbox DHCP plugin. Oh, this is old. Hasn't been developed in 4 years. There is... What plugin are you using? Because I don't see one that's reliable. Oh, dynamic DNS. Oh, yeah, the dynamic DNS. So, actually, this is pretty easy. Okay, yeah, this is actually pretty easy. So what you'd do is that you would, why can't I build one? Do I have one built already? No, I have it as a container. trying to see if I can do it. Hold on. Alright, let me see if I can get this. There we go. So, Docker, wait, LLCD netbox, Docker compose up. We're gonna start that. Wait for all that to come up. This one's running on this 880. The 8000. I don't think I have the ports published, do I? I don't think I have the ports published. Nano, Docker compose. But you're trying to access which file system? The a container or the actual Linux server? The netbox. Okay, so it depends. So I'm gonna show you a couple things. First, I have port 8080. That's port 8080. We don't have. It'll be coming up now. So here's two parts to this. Let's do. Take out the override. And you know what? I'm gonna do this better. Buddy to code. There we go. That's big. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and connect to 145. Linux, yes, and the password. There we go. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and open folder. We're gonna open root. Geez, it takes me a bit to log in here. And now I should see the folders. There it is. Cool. The netbox Docker. This is going to be a whole lot easier when I can show you like this. So inside, depending on how you have your compose file, let's say that you're actually launching Docker with Docker compose. These sections where it says volumes should coordinate with the folder path. So this dot configuration is the same thing as, now just open a terminal since it's easier to understand in terminal. We're gonna go to the netbox folder. And then the folder called configuration here. So we're going to do cd configuration. So this folder configuration is the same one as this folder for configuration. So if we go to config, we go in here, the configuration -pi, if the okay, so what it wants you to do is it wants you to go into the configuration.py folder, the py file, and add under plugins right here. Hit enter, and it wants you to do netbox_ddns, comma, and that's all you need to do. And then you need to make a modification to the local requirements.txt. Okay, so hide that for a second. So we just did this change right here. We need to also make this change right here to opt netbox local requirements. So let's see if that's being referenced anywhere. Back to the Docker compose. It's not here. So what we could do, we can do docker exec -it. What's the name of the container? Docker exec -it, and then this is going to be the container ID, or you can put the name, and we do bash. I think it's bash. There we go. So now we're in netbox. So we're going back at 1, and then we're going to look for the local requirements.txt. Okay, so it's called requirements in this one. So we're going to do vi requirements, vim requirements, nano requirements, cats requirements. Oh, that's not the requirements file. So cat base requirements. That's not it. Requirements. That's you. LS. DB netbox. Netbox. Wonder if it's being pointed somewhere else. Configuration, scripts, build function. Oh, we don't need a build function. So it's configuration, reports, and scripts. Those are the 3 directories that are being synchronized. Requirements container. Nope. So we're gonna have to create one. So we're going to echo. Sit down. I'm gonna echo netbox. Yes. Local. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. There we go. This should work. Oh. There's no sudo. Ah, that's right. There's no sudo. Okay, so the other way around this is creating a new file. Naming that netbox DNS. Save as. Alright, we're gonna save that to the container. And let's exit the, not the container, to the operating system. We're gonna do docker cp. Got the commands. It was docker cp. Source path. It is root netbox docker local requirements, and then we're gonna go to the container, which I have it here. Container slash opt netbox. Not where I wanted it. Opt netbox. Yep, opt netbox. And we hit enter. And done. The file gets copied over to the container. How can we verify that? We'll go back to docker exec. Go back one folder. We'll go to ls and local requirements.txt. There it is. So technically, if I do this here and I do docker restart and the container name, theoretically, it should work. I'm very surprised that this is just, there's no Python command that you need to run. Finally run opt netbox upgrade. Ah, okay. And then the last thing we need to do is go into the container, then go into upgrade sh. And this is the problem with Docker. You can't do plugins that well. But if there has to be a way of doing this. There is a way of doing this. I've done this before. User is root. Running like that. Docker ps. Docker logs. Because everything's written in Python, so just the way the application is written. Netbox, Docker, netbox, 1. Service, Docker, start. I'll tell you right now that is one thing that I have a gripe with some Linux applications, that making plugins is a little more difficult than it should be. But also, if it makes it difficult, it means it's also more modular. That means developers are easier to actually make some of this stuff. But yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's just a pain in the butt. Waiting on the database to be ready, but the database is ready. Docker compose restart. Yeah, and this is why at work I did not build it on Docker, because I wanted to be able to add plugins easily, and it's just not easy. Now I'm wondering if I overlooked something in installing plugins. Netbox Docker plugins. Oh, there's a plugin file. Oh, this is what you need to do. Oh. You have to build it. Well, there you go. This is the annoying part of Docker. You have to rebuild the image. Okay, so let's try that. See, Docker compose stop. Alright, so Docker image prune. Let's remove all the dangling. Docker yes. Okay. Docker rm Docker rm Docker yes a. That's gonna remove all my containers, and now I should be clean. Cool. So now I'm going to go up one tree. Let's go to TMP. Okay, so we're gonna do git clone. What? This one's larger. That's better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and git clone. There we go. All right, I cloned that. Next step is change there, that's fine. Create a few files that. Okay, so we need to create inside of. Okay, we need to open up a new folder. Nope. Open folder. Okay. Now we can actually access the entire thing here. Yes, I trust. Okay, we're gonna go to TMP. We're gonna go to Netbox Docker. We're gonna create a file, and then we're gonna name that plugin underscore requirements .txt. Another file that we're going to name Dockerfile plugins. Save as file plugins. And then the Docker compose override YAML. We don't need that anymore, because we're not going to launch there. We're going to launch somewhere else. All right, so this is the plugin requirements file. Plugin requirements needs to have this netbox ddns. Copy, save. And then You need to add some configuration to configuration-py, which is under here, configuration-py. Go all the way down to plugins, hit enter. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this line. Boom. That is, whoa, oh. Save that, and then we need to, the new Docker file. So Docker file plugins needs to have this, and this needs to be not a YAML, it's Docker file. Okay, and now we're gonna do Docker compose build. We gotta go to TMP, netbox Docker. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see that. Did I not save the files in the right place? Copy relative path. No, not that one. It's extremely useful. Relative path. So it's here. Yeah, requirements. Plugin requirements. Did I not hit save on this? No need to save as. Oh, because it's on the root. That's why. MV Docker. TMP netbox Docker. And MV plugin to TMP netbox Docker. There we go. See TMP netbox. Okay, now let's hold on before I do that. Docker image. Docker image RM. Docker image RMI. And we're gonna remove this. So we always pull the latest one. There we go. Now we do Docker build. I don't know why the no cache, but let's try the no cache. Oh, because I need to do the override file. Okay. Go away. Go away. I didn't save this now, did I? Docker file plug. Yep, I did not hit save on this. Okay, so now I need to do a new file. New text file. And it's this one because I need to do the build. And this one is going to be under TMP. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Docker compose override YML. Docker-compose.override.yml. Okay, cool. Boom. Now, let's build. And now we're building a container. It's easy once you're familiar with build. Like, this is actually a little more complex Docker commands. Like, this is actually building an application. That's where it actually gets complicated. The easy part is once you have it, you do it once, that's it. You're fine. You don't have to do anything else again. But it's the plugins is where Netbox in itself has a weakness in Docker. That part I 110% agree. But when it comes to containers, as long as you have everything in the Docker Compose, it's cake. And actually, there might be an app called Watchtower. What the heck happened? File not found in build context are excluded by Docker and you ignore. By Docker ignore. Oh. This is actually not my production one. Requirement. Oh, you know what? I mistyped requirements. Let's try this again. Trust me, I don't do these tests in production. No, my Docker Compose file that I have in my home server is about 300 lines or 200 lines or something like that. What the heck happened now? Oh. It doesn't support the latest version. Bro. Where is it? Netbox. Yeah, 20. Netbox DDNS. Support 3.3. That's fine. I can control that. So from Netbox, let's find the version that we need. Tags. A 3.2. So 3.2. And just need save. Now we pull from this specific. Whoopsie. We pull from that specific version. And now we're at step 5. Now it's launching. And now I found another problem. Plugin Netbox requires maximum version of 3.2.99. Is it because I just need to put 3.2? Yep, I do. Okay, save. Try again. Copy plugin requirements. Step 3, step 4, step 5. Now, you see? Boom. Now I got it. And now running. And now what? Let's see. Version.py, loaded plugins.py. There's another issue that we need to do. Conversion. This is poor documentation on DDNS for Netbox. Bet you anything that this is on the issues here. Installation steps not applicable for Netbox Docker. Yeah. There's a way of doing it. It's just it's not straightforward. Netbox is more static, and it's actually so Netbox was built for like data centers, like Amazon or co-locations and stuff like that. That like you have multiple racks and stuff like that. So it's built more for like static IP addresses instead of like dynamic. In the case that I did is since I have so many containers with static IPs, I wanted to have an inventory. For me, it was just worth it. Yeah, exactly. Fixed IPs. Your Docker. Command Netbox worker. So we can add this under Netbox worker. That's according to this, we need to do that. Right. Now I'm determined to get this to work. Plugin Netbox doesn't require. Did I not save? No, I'm determined now. 3.2.9. I'm gonna figure this out. I know I'm like really close to it. I think it's just the container itself. 3.2.9. Okay, so let's try 3.20. Going to the last one. It's running step 5. You know what? Try me. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's why. Docker file. Docker file plugins. I'm in the wrong file. Yeah, I was in the wrong file. That's why. There we go. Reading is power. Like, I know I'm saving it. Why is it saying latest? This is gonna work now. Let me turn off the net. Alright. There we go. Now we're pulling the right one. Now it's gonna work. Bet. There we go. So now, Docker Compose override. I'm actually going to go into my root directory that has the right configs that I have. Root, box, Docker Compose, -d. Before I do that, I need to make a change to Docker Compose to do that. And I can confirm this really quick. Docker images. That was actually not in that this one. It's this one. Removing that. Save. Now Docker Compose up -d. Show me the money. It's fun for me now. Now this is just a challenge. So Docker Compose log/f. And after you do this a few times and you know what you're looking for, it's just the fun and the challenge of like, oh, something, why didn't this work? Figure it out, and you end up just doing something like this. So something errored out here. Did Postgres not? No, it was already set. You know what? This might be an issue that I already had an existing Postgres. Did I? Where is Postgres? Postgres volumes. Yep. So just to be able to start off with a clean slate. Docker volume plus Docker volume RM. This needs to go. This needs to go. This needs to go. This go. This go. This go. Go. And you know what? These two. And now we're clean. Up. Docker. Start with a clean slate. There we go. Alright, read this is up. Postgres is launching. Okay. And now that's launching. Yep, Postgres is initializing as its first time. And now netbox. Applying database migrations. That is correct. There we go. Starting like it's brand new. So while that's doing that, I can't split off another thing. No, because I have a session open. Oh wait, this could take a few minutes. And I just realized why it didn't work this first time around was I was already running a newer version of Netbox, and I was trying to go back to an older version, and the Postgres database was completely like didn't know what the heck to do with it. So that makes sense. I've been streaming an hour and a half. Not bad. Yeah, it's been a while since I actually did a lab stream. What you could do is you can back up the Docker volume or the directory where that is. Literally just copy it and paste it. Yeah, but with Docker, just copy it. That's all. It makes sure that the container's off. Copy all that files from within the container or the directory where the container is being redirected, and it's cake from there. I did that with my server. Literally, copied everything in my because I redirected the Docker volumes into a different drive. Copied it, pasted it back in. I relaunched my Docker container, and it was like nothing ever happened. I was able to recover in less than a day 30 something containers and 2 terabytes of storage with nothing. I have a MySQL database with like 5 schemas in there. All my containers are using it, so yeah, I know. You know what? I'm gonna move something on it. Yes, actually, it's very useful, and also you can try to create dumps and have them stored somewhere else. I know you can do that with MySQL, I believe. I don't know about Postgres. Postgres is a little bit different. I haven't really played around with it. I'm very familiar with MySQL. I'm not familiar with Postgres. I want to change something on my own UI here. Give me 1 second. That's nice. That actually gives some help. Yeah, that's gonna overlap. Both elements. That works. And then my camera, I want to move it. This is my. Yeah, there we go. That's better. I need to move some stuff around. Actually, I would prefer having the audio on that side. Still loading, my goodness. And then the chat goes here. Yeah, that works. Gotta fix this. Ah, Yeah, to the best later. Okay, I think Netbox is ready, actually. No, it's okay. It's understandable. Thank you for coming. Actually, you've, you know what? Before you go, I want to see that this worked. I want, like, now it's like, did it work? Actually, it looks like it's still launching. Ah, nice. Yeah, slowly but surely building a viewership here. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm honored. Docker PS. Oh, it's 8,000, not 80. Oh, thought I said good night. Yep, look at that. I have Netbox running. Hold on. Where is it? 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 Okay. Browser view. Hide that. Boom. Reload. Yeah, there we go. Where's the DDNS set up though? Alright, so I got it working, but where's the reverse DNS? Where would you put that though? I think this thing's missing another plugin though. Oh, you have to define the DNS server. Updates to those servers whenever you change the DNS name and IP address in the... Oh, I see what this does. Yeah, it's a little tricky. There's more to this than just that last configs. Alright, have a good night. That is interesting. Alright, I'm actually gonna call it early today because